It was supposed to be a peaceful escape, just me, the stars, and the quiet vastness of the New Mexico desert. I set up camp, made a fire, and let the silence wrap around me. But that night, something changed. At 2 a.m., I woke to a sound, scratching, faint at first, but then growing, circling my tent. My breath hitched. It wasn't an animal, it was deliberate. Then the fabric bulged inward, stretching under an unseen force. A long, pointed shape pressed against the nylon, sharp, intentional. Heart pounding, I grabbed my knife and flashlight, unzipping the tent in one frantic motion. Cold air rushed in as I stepped out, scanning the moonlit clearing. Nothing, just silence. Then I saw it. A sheep. At least that's what I thought, mangy, motionless, standing a few feet away. But when it lifted its head, my blood ran cold. Its eyes were wrong, too large, glowing yellow, and its mouth stretched into an impossible grin, lined with jagged, broken teeth. Then it spoke. "You shouldn't have come here." The voice was wet, guttural, choking on its own words. My knife slipped from my fingers. The thing stepped forward, moving in jerky, unnatural motions. Its legs bent the wrong way, its hooves scraping deep grooves into the earth. I ran. I didn't think, I just ran. My flashlight bounced wildly as I sprinted through the desert, the sound of hooves pounding behind me. I glanced back, and my stomach lurched. The creature was galloping on all fours, its body shifting, its fur falling off in clumps, revealing raw, glistening flesh beneath. Its grin only widened. I tripped, crashing behind a boulder, pressing myself against the cold stone, forcing my breath to slow. Then, silence. No hooves, no growls, just my own heartbeat deafening in my ears. Then, from the darkness, "You can't hide from me." I shut off my flashlight and covered my mouth, choking back a sob. I don't know how long I sat there, frozen in terror. But when the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, I finally dared to look. The thing was gone. My tent was in ruins, but the desert was empty. No footprints, no fur, no proof that anything had ever been there. At a diner in the next town, an old waitress listened to my story without surprise. She only nodded. "You met a skinwalker," she said. "They feed on fear, but you made it to sunrise. That means you're stronger than it." A year later I returned, not to camp, but to face what haunted me. I stood in the same clearing, my voice steady as I whispered, "You didn't win." The desert was silent, but I knew I had faced the darkness and survived, and that was enough.